kind of thing can't be helped, man. Okay, put your arms down when Alice finishes. We don't want anyone from Port Neal going to town and looking for rednecks.
May I speak, sir? Why do this, Captain? They got SB surroundings. And hell, the colonel must know nobody color killed the man.
It is a precaution, Cobb. We can't have revenge killings, so we search for weapons.
Where did they find the sword, sir?
In the woods up at the junction, so we don't have any rumors. Sergeant Waters was shot twice. We don't know that he was lynched. Twice. Once in the chest, and a bullet to the head. Finished the full lockers?
Yes, sir. There aren't any weapons.
I didn't think there would be. At ease, man! Sergeant Waters, in my opinion, served the 221st Platoon with particular distinction, and I, for one, shall miss the man. But no matter what we think of the sergeant's death, we will not let this incident make us forget our responsibility to this uniform. We are soldiers, and our wars with the Nazis and Japs, not the civilians in Thailand. Any innocent man found with unauthorized weapons will be immediately subjugated to summary court-martial. Sergeant Waters' replacement will be assigned for several weeks. Until that time, you will all report to Sergeant C. Dorsey of C Company. Is that clear? Hokoka will be barracks NCO.
Who do they think did it, sir?
As of right now, we have no suspects.
You know the plan, sir.
Were you an eyewitness, soldier?
12 goes around killing Negroes in the South. They lynched Jefferson the week I got here. Then 2 months later, that single corpse got damaged.
Henson? Unless you saw it, keep your opinions to yourself. Is that clear? And that's an order. That applies to everybody else.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You men who have details this afternoon will be assigned to the orderly room. The rest of you are sent to the colonel's office. Clean up detail. I want you in my office as of 1350 hours.
Yes, sir.
As of 0600 hours this morning, the town of Thailand was placed off limits to all military personnel. The Friday night dance has also been cancelled. Okay, the colonel's office will be open. But I can't make any promises. Until that time, they are cancelled.
10 hut!
As you were!
They still out there, bro?
Yeah, got the whole place around. I don't know what the hell they thought we going to town. Ops and dish rackets.
Y'all recruits do know what Colonel cleaning up detail is, don't you? Shoveling the horse shit in the stables.
Ain't nothing different from what we've been doing. Made you the barracks commander-in-chief, huh? Don't get like old Uncle Tim.
What are you doing? Scratching. Taylor knows the plan did. I hope y'all know that.
Why the MPs outside? Why hold us prison?
It's scared we may kill a couple of peckerwoods, Smalls. Calm down.
Hey, Smalls, you wanna play some coon can?
Peterson, you know, I think Eva gave me crabs.
Carl, how long are you for? It's a wonder your nuts ain't fall off yet. You probably got lice, ticks, bed bugs, fleas.
Shut up, Vincent. Pete, I ain't fooling, man. Better get some powder from the PX.
Anybody feel like playing me some cards?
Me and Peterson's going to the mess hall. You still going, Pete?
Yeah. Wookie, I thought all you could do was play golf.
Yeah, Wilkie. Who's behind you gonna kiss that your number one behind is dead?
Hey, that sounds like something CJ was saying.
Ooh, ain't this a... You know what you can do for me, Henson? And you too, Peterson.
No, you know it.
Man, I'm the one who lost 3 stripes. And I'm the only man here with kids. So when the man said jump, you should have jumped.
Don't put your wife and kids between you and Waters behind, man.
I wanted my stripes back.
I'm going to slip ball out the job.
Y'all ain't never had nothing, and that's why I can understand a man like me. I was Staff Sergeant Major once, you know.
Oh, Vega said Carter crabs. How you gonna explain that back home to the girl waiting for you? How's that fine big dog woman gonna feel? The only ribbon you bring back from this war is the one from Purple Heart for crabs.
Don't any of y'all give a damn?
What's the matter, Smalls?
The man is dead. We saw him alive last night.
Hey, I saw him too. At least I know he died with him drunk.
What's the matter with y'all?
The man got himself lynched. We in the South, we can't do a damn thing about it. You heard the captain. Besides, whoever killed the man didn't kill much anyway.
He deserved better than that.
Look, everybody feels rotten, Smalls, but it won't bring the man back. So don't forget about it. Come on, man. Why don't you go here?
Yeah, go turn on the smoke machine. Make the fall think you're in London.
Or let Kyle bring his apple over. That'll take his mind off the water. Plus give him a bonus of crabs.
And blue balls, and syphilis, clap, pimples, fever blisters.
Call me Davenport. Captain. United States Army attached to the 343rd Military Police Corps Unit, Fort Neal, Louisiana. I'm a lawyer that segregated armed services couldn't find a place for. My job in this war, policing colored troops. One morning during mid-April 1944, a colored tech sergeant by the name of Vernon C. Waters, attached to the 221st Chemical Smoke Generating Company before it transferred to Europe, was brutally shot and killed in the winter section of New Post Road in junction of Highway 51, 200 meters away from the colored NCO club by person or persons unknown. Naturally, the unofficial consensus was a local Ku Klux Klan, and for that reason, I was told at the time, Colonel Barton Nevers ordered an immediate investigation into all personal property for unauthorized knives, guns, weapons of any kind. You see, 90% of the Colonel's command, the men enlisted here, are Negroes, and the Colonel felt, I suppose justly, that once word of the Sarge's death spread among his troops, there might be a sort of retaliation against the white citizens of time. What he did worked. There was no retaliation or no racial incidents the week after the killing. Several correspondents wrote leading the Negro press, but headlines faded. The NAACP got me involved in this. Rumor has it through good martial order an immediate investigation into the killing and the army. Pressured by Secretary of War Stimson, rather randomly ordered a preliminary inquiry into the sergeant's death. Now, the colonel didn't want to rehash the murder, but he did comply with the Army's order sent to my province marshal, CO Major Hines, to conduct a few questioning and answer sessions among the men of Sergeant Watts' platoon and file a report. The matter was to be given the lowest priority. The case was found 5 minutes later, 4 to 5 weeks after the sergeant's death, the month of May. Captain?
Forgive me for occasionally staring Davenport. You're the first colored officer I've ever met. Heard you arrived a month ago. You're quite startling. I mean you no offense. Anyway, we heard we'd be getting some of you as replacements, but we don't expect them until next month. Sit down, Davenport. You came out of Fort Benning in 43?
Yes.
And they assigned a lawyer to the military police. I'm infantry and I've been with the engineers, signal corps, and field artillery. This is some army. Where'd you graduate law school?
Howard University.
Your daddy a rich minister or something? I didn't graduate at the point. Well, we didn't have any Negroes at the point. Never saw a Negro till I was 12 or 13.
Captain, did you see my orders?
I saw them right up to Colonel Nevin and send them to Major Hines. I sent someone to the order room to have the men waiting for you.
Thank you.
I don't mean to offend you, Davenport, but these bars, uniform, they just don't sit right with Negroes.
Captain, are you through? If there's nothing else, you will excuse me. I'm pretty sure you have someone to show me to my quarters.
Ellis?
Yes, sir.
There's no need for more discussion. Have the men waiting for Davenport, is that clear?
Glad I met you, Captain.
Glad I met you, Captain.
We heard it was you, sir. You know how the grapevine is. Sad thing what happened to the Sarge.
Anything on the grapevine about the killing?
We figured a claim. They ain't crazy about us tangs in this part of the country.
Anything on the grapevine about trouble in town before Sergeant Waters' death?
None that I know of before or after. There were rumors around the post. A couple of our guys from the tank force wanted to drive them Shermans into town. Then I guess you heard that somebody said 2 of our officers did it. I figured that's why the colonel landed our barracks.
Was the rumor confirmed? Did anything ever come of it?
Not that I know of, sir.
Thank you, Willis. I better without seeing the first man. You set this up? Good. Are they ready?
The captain instructed everybody in the Sarge platoon to be here, sir. He told them he was starting this morning.
Before he found out, huh?
Sir?
Nothing. So, call in the first man. And stay loose. I might need you.
Yes, sir. Sir, may I say something?
What is it?
It sure is good to see one of our men wearing them captain bars, sir.
Thank you.
Private Wilkie,
Yes, indeed.
captain wants to see you.
Private James Wilkie reporting as yours, sir.
I need some private have a seat. Thank you, Corporal. That'll be all for now. Private Wilkie, I'm Captain Davenport.
Everybody knows that, sir. I mean, you all we got down here. I was on the first detail got your quarters together,
I'm
sir.
conducting an investigation looking into Sergeant Waters' death. Anything you say to me will go in my report, but that report is confidential.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Good. How long did you know Sergeant Waters?
About a year, sir. I met him last March. March 5th, I remember the date. I had been a staff sergeant exactly 2 years the day after he was assigned. See, most of the boys have played for the Negro League, so naturally the Army put us all together. We had been assigned to different companies. Motor, duck truck all week long, made us do the dirty work on the post. But on them Saturdays, we were whipping the hell out of them on that baseball field. We had a boy, C.J. Memphis. He could hit a ball from Fort Nail to Berlin or Tokyo if he was back right-handed. But anyways, the Army sent orders to help manage the team. He was in field artillery, gunnery sergeant. Had a couple to go in his first war too.
What kind of man was he?
All spit and polish.
Tell me about him.
He took my stripes, but I was in the wrong.
Sergeant Booker, you are now the mission officer in our country of war. The path of being drunk on duty is a bad peacetime. So don't bring me no cold color folks can't do now unless they drunk shit as an excuse. You're supposed to be an example to your men. So I'm going to send you to jail for 10 days and take them damn stripes. Teach you a lesson, you in the army. Color folks always running off in the mouth of what y'all gonna do. If the white man gives you a chance and you get it, and what do you do with it? You wind up drunk and godly. I don't blame the white man. Why the hell should they put color and white together in this war? You can't even be trusted to guard your own quarters. No wonder they treat us like dogs. Get out of my sight, Private!
What about the other men?
Saul wasn't really crazy about it. Except for CJ, of course.
What do we got here? You a guitar playing man. Boy, have you ever heard of Blind Willie Reynolds? Son House Henry Sims?
Yes, sir.
Man, I bet you heard of everyone, huh? Man, I was stationed in Mississippi a couple years ago. Well, I can see you from down that way, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Well, they used to play your back in Baghdad Club outside Camp Tay Riley.
I played there once.
Ain't this something? I used to go over there from time to time. People used to come from everywhere. Place was always dark looking, smoking. Folks used to be dancing, sweating, guitar players be strumming, shouting. They used to be wild. Remind me of a place I used to go in France during the First War. The whiskey, the women, a place called the Cafe Napoleon. I bet you lived down there for quite a while, man. Look at you, all thick and polished, with that guitar. I bet you play really good, boy. You know, I came out here yesterday and heard that picking. One of my men told me it was you, wasn't it? You played pretty good, boy. You played pretty good. Wilkie, wasn't that good?
Yes, indeed, Sarge. I'm mostly agreeing with Sarge, sir. He was a good man. Good to his men. Used to talk about his wife and kids all the time. Used to write home every day. I don't see why nobody wanted to kill the Sarge, sir.
Wilkie! You know, I get that boy of mine for his birthday? One of them swing nights. He'll be 12. 12. Time flies by. Let me show you something.
And he was always putting out snapshots, sir.
My wife let the neighbor take this a couple weeks ago. Ain't he going fast?
Yeah, he's over your wife's shoulder.
I hope this kid never has to be a soldier.
It was good enough for you.
I couldn't do any better. And I figured the army was the closest thing the white man would ever get to any kind of authority. No, the army ain't for this boy. When this war's over, things are gonna change, Wilkie, and I want you to be ready for it. My daughter, I'm going to send both of them to a big white college. Let them rub elbows with the whites. Learn the white man language, how he does things. Otherwise, you'll be left behind. You can see it in the army. White man running rings around us.
But a lot of us didn't get the chance to look cool in the white people got.
That ain't no excuse. Most niggas just don't care. Tomorrow don't mean nothing to them. My daddy used to stuff a coal for the back of the wagon all his life. He couldn't read or write, but we saw to it. We did. Not having ain't no excuse for not getting.
And you can't get pee from a rock, Sarge.
You just like the rest of them, Mookie. I thought busting you would teach you something. We got a challenge man in this arena, don't you know that? We need doctors, lawyers, general senators. Stop thinking like a nigga!
But all I said was that...
Is the equipment ready for tomorrow's game?
Yes, sir.
Good. You can go now, Mookie. That's an order!
He could be two people sometimes, sir. Warm one minute, then ice the next.
How'd you feel about it?
Overall, I guess he was all right. You could always borrow a 10 spot off him if you needed it. Hey, sir, may I ask you a question?
What is it?
Is it true when they found the Sarge, all his stripes and insignia was still in his uniform?
No, it wasn't mentioned in my preliminary report. Why?
I mean, if that's the way they found him, don't you think something wrong? I mean, them Klan boys don't like to see us in this uniform. They usually take the stripes and insignia off before they lynch us.
Thank you, Private. That'll be all for now.
Yes, sir. Sir? Can you do anything about the allotment checks? My wife didn't get hers last month.
Well, I can't do anything directly. Did you talk to the financial officer? Well, I'll talk to Captain Taylor about it.
Thank you, sir. Would you like me to sit next man then?
Yes.
Private First Class Melvin Peterson reporting his order, sir.
Have a seat, Private. I'm conducting an investigation. Everything you say to me is confidential, so speak as freely as possible. Is that understood? Good. Where are you from?
Hollywood, California. My way of Alabama, sir. I enlisted in 42. I thought we'd get a chance to fight.
Did you know Sergeant Waters well?
No, sir. He was already with the company when I got assigned here. And as college guys don't mix well with NCOs.
Were you on the baseball team?
Yes, sir. I played shortstop.
What was that like?
Kind of hard, actually. I did get over 12 team years.
What is it?
Captain Taylor would like to see his office at once.
Did he say what?
No, sir. Your statutory report to him immediately.
Tell the other men to wait when I finish with the captain. Feel like walking, Private? I can continue this on the way. So, tell me, did you like the Sarge?
No, sir.
How come?
Well, it goes back to the team, sir. I got here when baseball season had started, so around June of last year. By then, the team won 9 to 10 games in a row. So there was a rumor we'd get to play the Yankees in exhibition. And I got assigned to a team like that. I felt good. Anyway, my Uncle Tom.
Uncle Tom.
Only I called him that, sir. Sergeant Williams.
Respect his rank with me, Private.
Yes, sir. I didn't mean no offense by it. It's just the sergeant and that brown-nosed Wilkie ran the team like a chain gang. A chain gang.
Seemed like an umpire facing the seat. Hit that home run. I thought I'd go down spot. He turned so big.
Serves the fat bastard right. Some of them pitches he calls strikes are well over my head.
Seeker, who was that fine Reverend Daniel was talking to?
Speaking of ladies, that's right down Indian line.
She looked mighty good to me, Seeker.
Y'all hear this? Listen, you ain't had a woman since a woman had you. She wasn't number 16 anyway. You should have introduced her to Henson. 16's about his speed. That young thing talking to me and look so clean.
Dirty or clean, she had them white boys looking.
Mommy had a picture from last week. The one from the first club owners, the one who went playing
was so good. After 12 straight hits, he looked the same way.
It might be funny to y'all, but when me and Pete had orders to meet in the mess hall, that same white pitch was the first one to start the day call.
Forget that lady in ordinance. Listen to this. Dear Lewis. You hear that? The name's Lewis.
Bring it down, brother.
Dear Lewis, you and your men keep up the good work. All of us here at home are praying for you and are inspired by the great cause by you. We know the Nazis and Jats can't be stopped unless we work together. So tell your buddies, press forward and win this war. All of our hopes for the future go with you, Lewis. Love, Maddie. P.S. I think I'm loving Sophia Winston Church Hill. What kind of letter writes a letter like this?
Man, send her around the ammunition and the bayonet, Lewis.
Hey, y'all better listen to what Samal said. Seems like every time we meet them, they come back at us every way they can.
It's worth it to me to wipe those superior smiles off their faces.
I don't know, Kyle. Seems like it just makes it that much harder for us.
Couple of them big time Negroes tell me they getting us color and white. Say they want one on me.
Forget that, CJ. White folks will never integrate no army.
If they do, I'm gonna be ready for them.
Listen up, you maggots. I want you all out of those baseball uniforms and into work clothes. You will all report to me in 1,300 hours in front of the officers club. We got a work detail. We're painting the lobby of the club.
Can't the officers paint their own club?
Hell no, Smalls. Let the great color cleanup company do it. Our motto is, anything you don't want to do, the color troops will do for you.
When do we get a break, Sarge? We just played 9 innings of baseball.
Yeah, you can't go into the place, then why the hell should we think?
Amen, brother.
Let me tell you fancy-ass ball-playing Negro stuff. Any orders given by superior officers is none of y'all's business. You're obeying. This country's at war. And you niggas are soldiers, nothing else. So, baseball, win or lose, gets no special privileges. They need to work some of y'all niggas till your legs fall. And something else. From now on, when I take do something, I want it done. Is that clear? Damn! Y'all niggas stink! I knew I was smelling something. Wookie, you go on ahead and take all the funky clothes to the laundry.
What kind of colored man are you?
I'm a soldier, Peterson. First, last, and always. I'm the kind of man who like lazy, shiftless Negroes.
You ain't gotta come in here and call us names.
The Nazis call you Schwarzer. You gonna tell them they hurt children?
Don't look like to me we could do too much against the Nazis with paintbrushes, Sarge.
You trying to mock me, CJ?
No, sir.
Good. Because whatever a low-class teacher like you has to say isn't worth paying attention to, is it? Is it?
I reckon not, Sarge.
You a creep, what is it?
Boy, you are something. Ain't been in the company of money. And already everybody's champion. See, Peterson, I'm tired. Always talking, thinking you lead us around. And I see you on it too. See, you're the reason. If it weren't for people like you, yes, bound and scrapping, white folks would think we're all fools.
Where you from, England?
Peterson.
You got something to say, Henson?
Nothing, sir.
Peterson, you got a real common streak in you, boy. Well, looks like you got a wise-ass Alabama boy here. Yes, sir. Don't get your freaky hands up! You want to end on Soldier Waters? Come on! Please! Come on!
Tan up!
Howdy! What is going on here, Sergeant?
Nothing, sir. I was going over the manual of arms. Is there something that you need? Anything I can do for you?
Nothing. Man, I congratulate you on the game you played today. You've only got 7 more to play. And if we win them, we'll be the first team in 4-year history to go up against the Yanks in exhibition. And winning is important. It boosts morale. Sergeant, as far as I'm concerned, you have the rest of the day off.
Begging your pardon, sir, but these men don't need time off. They need all the work they can get. House fellas ain't getting time off to go to Africa. And besides, we got a work detail at 1,300 hours.
Who issued that order?
Major Harris, sir.
I'll speak to the mayor.
Sir, I don't think it would be a good idea to let the colors mix up with the other officers.
I said I'd speak to him, Sergeant.
Sir!
Oh, CJ. That catch at center field? How did you jump so high? I have rare blood in my veins, sir. American Eagle, I hope. No, sir. Bro.
His mom cleans that.
Fine. Man, I congratulate you on the game. You did superbly. As you were.
Ain't these bitches something? How long of a story is paid on telling the man, CJ? My God! Please. Oh, I didn't forget about you. I'ma teach you a lesson. What you can't spit down, nigga?
Drop dead, Sarge.
Oh, no! I'ma drop you, boy. I'm blind to barracks. We'll go outside, make sure everything's set up.
You want all NCOs?
I'm going outside with you. And when you come out, I'ma whip your black son ass. Teach you a lesson. You gotta learn respect, boy. How to speak to your parents. Like, oh, I'ma try to bust your damn head open. And the rest of you, take the damn shirts off like I said. See? God.
You gonna fight him?
I tried to warn you.
You ain't do nothing.
He'll fight you dirty, Pete. Don't do it.
You don't wanna do it?
You wanna fight in my place, Todd?
I got some farmer's dust.
Get the hell out of here with that backward crap, man. You let that bastard treat you like a dog. You can't speak up for yourself?
As long as his hands ain't on me.
CJ, the name is Spice.
Sarge. I feel sorry for myself.
Don't make me feel care.
This here's the army. Sarge got all the strengths. What can we do?
Look, Pete, if you want me to, I'll get the captain. But you don't have to go out there and get your head beat in.
Somebody's gotta fight. Pretty bad that day, sir. The man was crazy.
Was the incident ever reported?
No, sir. I know I should have, but he kind of just left me alone after that.
Thank you, brother. That'll be all for now. Oh, by the way, did the team ever play the Yankees?
No, sir. Lost to a sanitation company.
Captain?
I've asked you back because I wanted you to see the request I've sent to Colonel Mavis to have your investigation terminated.
What?
Listen, it has nothing to do with you personally. This won't hurt your record in any way.
Only because of the color of my skin, Captain?
I want whoever killed my man and found in jail down board.
Captain, look, my orders are very specific, so unless you want charges brought against you for interfering with a criminal investigation, I suggest you stay the hell out of my way and stay the hell out of my investigation.
take yourself too seriously, Davenport. There isn't a white officer within 500 miles who can convey charges against me, and you know it.
Maybe not, but I see two of that young named Ray, duty station, got into the Negro press. Have a couple of newspapers call you a Negro hater, make you an embarrassment to the United States Army, like Major Albright at Fort Jefferson. You never command troops again, or wear more than those captain balls on that uniform, Mr. West Point.
Let them write their papers. See how I care.
There's a white officer involved in this, is there not?
Just one officer. Goes by the name of Bird.
Why wasn't there any mention in my preliminary report? I did my own summary on the way over here and nothing. You think I'll let you get away with this? Why?
I was told to keep quiet. Never to nines. The doctors took 45 bullets out of Sergeant Waters' body. I was told to keep quiet about the whole situation, otherwise there would have been a slaughter at the fort.
What did he tell you, Bird?
I can't really say.
Tell me what he told you!
They're coming off bivouac. They saw him outside the officers' club.
Well, if it ain't a white boy, up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. White boy, all starch and stiff. When everybody learn that symphony, that's what you're saying in France. And you know, I listen. Well, am I all right now? Am I?
Boy, you better straighten up and salute when you see an officer you find yourself without those stripes. Will you look at this nigga? Come, attention, Sergeant. That's an order.
No, sir. I ain't straight up for y'all no more. I ain't doing nothing white folks ain't doing no more. No more, no more, no more, no more.
You're drunk and out of your mind.
Was anybody else in the area?
No, just Bird.
Shut up, nigga.
Why? Think you on the world? You know what my daddy used to say?
Don't blame us, boy. God made you black, not me.
My daddy used to say,
Get a hold of yourself.
listen,
I gave you an order.
my daddy used to say, don't live here, live there. Don't talk like this, talk like that. I'm guilty of it, and nothing's changed.
You need to be taught a lesson.
Nothing's changed. And I tried everything. Everything!
Gonna bust the black guys back to buck, Private. I should blow your coward head off. There are good men. Good men feeling free out there. Get in their guts, blow them to hell.
Did they shove Waters again?
No, but Bird's got a history of space with Negroes. I couldn't shake his story.
That's nothing more than an officer lying to protect himself, and you know it. I'm going to arrest him. You can find yourself confined to your quarters as well, pending my charges against you, Captain.
What charges?
It was your job to go over Nevis' head when you had to.
So we arrest Colonel Evans too? He was in on their alibi.
They're all lying, Captain.
Prove it, hotshot. I told you not all I know. Now go out there and prove it.
I will, Captain. I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be
In May of 44, Allies are making final preparations for the invasion of Europe. Invasion Even the sound of it made us Negroes think we'd be a part of it. We rushed into Europe with waves of men and equipment. I know I felt it. We ain't seen this much action since North Africa or Sicily. But the rumor in orderly room said Ike wanted to see if the color boys had some fight in them. Well, we've been fighting all along, right here in these small southern towns. I'm not allowed to arrest a white private without a white officer present, and then I get a case like this? There's no way I want to see it through to its end. And after the first 24 hours, I wasn't doing so badly. I had 2 prime suspects, a motive, and an opportunity. I told Colonel Nichols that Bird's involvement couldn't be kept a secret any longer, and before anyone could convict them of complicity, I would silence all suspicions by pursuing the case openly on his orders. Yes, sir, you can even bring along a white officer, he said. Not Captain Taylor, though. He's a little too close to the case. I was later given permission to question Bird, and having succeeded so easily, I thought I looked more into C.J. Memphis and Sergeant Waters' relationship. Somehow, the real drama seemed to be there, and my curiosity would not let me ignore it. I see, Private. Your name is Louis Henson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Tell me what you know about C.J. Memphis and Sergeant Waters. Is something the problem?
Nothing, sir. Just surprised you knew about it.
What?
You're an officer.
And?
Officers are up here, and that's enlistment down here. That C.J. Waters incident, only enlistment knew about it. But I guess ain't nothing secret around us color folks. Ain't too much to tell. Sergeant likes C.J. When I got enlisted here, May of last year, first person I saw Sarge chew out was C.J.
Go on.
Is that an order, sir?
Does it have to be?
No offense, I ain't big on tattletale. And I ain't too crazy about talking to officers. Colored over.
It's an order, Henson.
Sarge said C.J. didn't have enough fire under his behind out in the field. He wasn't moving fast enough.
You on the baseball team?
Pitcher. But he just stayed on C.J. about every little thing, it seemed like to me. And when the shooting happened, C.J. called all that.
What shooting?
Shooting that happened here last year, around baseball season. Whole lot of shots went off there in the barracks. Me and the guys went to the club and got drunk. So when I came back, I just sat in stupid.
Are you sure you actually saw someone?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do next?
Nothing, I said. I was juiced. The gunshots weren't any of my business. Besides, Waters walked in.
All right, everybody up. Unanswered vote. Turn up. There's been a shooting. One of ours bucked the line and Williams paid for it, and 3 soldiers are dead. 2 colored and 1 white MP. Now the man who bucked the line, he killed the MP. And the white boy started shooting everybody. That's how our 2 got shot. And this low-down nigga we looking for got chased out here and was almost caught. Till someone in these barracks started shooting at the men chasing him. So we got suspicious. Murder, black piece of shit somewhere in here, and a few men who helped him. If you want part of this, I want you to step forward. So all you baseball niggas are innocent, huh? Well, make the search. Out front! You don't talk and attention! Almost over something. Get rid of some of you sudden niggas. Anything yet?
Nah.
How many of you went out tonight?
I was out. I went to the Lucky Strike at around 7. Got to go home.
I was there this morning.
Didn't I say tonight? Found something. Where'd you find it? CJ, this yours?
No, Sarge.
It's still warm. How come it's under your bunk?
Anybody could have put it there.
Woo! Or maybe this 45 crawling through an open window. Looked around the whole room. Past Carl's bunk. And the side of the snuggle up under yours.
Right before you came in, I seen somebody sneaking, sir.
You? You were drunk when you left the club. I saw you myself.
And besides, how you know it wasn't CJ?
I was here all night. CJ did not go out.
We got the right man. Oh, you think he's innocent, don't you? C.J. Memphis. Play. Cat pick up. Singing the blues. Bowing and scrapping and smiling in everybody's face. This man undermined us. You and me. The description of the man who did the shooting fits CJ. You saw CJ sneaking in. Don't be fooled. This Yasser boss is hiding something. And niggas ain't like that today. This is 1943. And he shot that white boy. Hey, hey! What did you go and do now? You hit a non-commissioned officer. Sarge, he didn't mean. Shut up! Wilkie, take him out!
Nigga like that can't have a mother. I know I saw something.
CJ was sleeping when I came in. His warders, kid, y'all see that? See this card before. He had it around the family. White man used from good last job as a servant, close to the big house. They don't copycat niggas seem to act like they did water. They take the sound like the boss. Shout when they order people around. When it comes to you and me, they sell us tickets to the favor. They think the high jailers like that. Arresting CJ, that'll just give orders another strike. Next is gonna be you, or you. Cobb told him CJ was in all evening. He didn't even listen. They put people like CJ in the army because they know do whatever they tell them to. Somebody's gonna kill him.
I heard about something like that. Happened at Fort Melville. Recruit did it.
It'll be just our luck. Sarge come through the whole wall without a scratch.
Hey, when I'm going over to the stockade, tell the MPs what I know. CJ was in all evening.
I'll go with you.
Me too, I guess.
Are you sure you actually saw someone sneak in that night?
Yes, sir.
And Wilkie was the only one out of his bunk?
As I recall.
And Peterson did most of the talking?
Yeah, I think I was juiced.
Alice!
Sir!
Find me PSC Peterson and Pop Wilkie immediately.
They're probably on work.
Find them!
Yes, sir.
Anything else, sir?
No. You're excused.
Sir, Corporal Collins, reporting his orders, sir.
At ease, Private. Have a seat. Let's get something straight. I don't care whether you like officers or not. Is that clear?
Sir?
Nothing. Sorry. Did you know Sergeant Waters well?
As well as the next man, sir. I was already with the team when he took over. Me and CJ made the team at the same time.
Were you and CJ close?
Me and CJ were homies, sir. Both came from Mississippi. CJ from Carmela, me, I'm from around Jellerville, what they call Snake Country. Plus, we both played for the Negro League before the war.
How does the arrest make you feel?
Terrible, sir. CJ didn't kill nobody.
But he struck Sergeant Waters.
Waters made him, sir. He called that boy things he ain't never heard of before. CJ, he was just so confused. He didn't know what else to do. And when they put him in that stockade, he just seemed to go to pieces. See, me and CJ both lived on farms. And even though CJ's daddy played music, he liked the wide open spaces. That cell, they started closing in on him right away. I went to see him the second day he was in there, sir. He looked pale and ashy, sir. Like something dead.
God, I'm going crazy.
Come on, homie.
I'm sure I'm gonna die here.
Ain't nobody gonna die, CJ.
I lost my dad. My guitar string broke. I had nothing to
hit me, dog, tearing out my bones. Stop talking crazy.
You know what I saw? Sergeant Waters.
Well, Siege, you should learn never to hit sergeants, boy. Then, it wasn't yours, huh? It wasn't yours. Well, you know who? That gun belonged to the nigga who didn't shoot no bad bullets. Me and Wilkie found him hiding inside the motor. And he confessed his head off. You heard him striking the superior officer. And I got a barracks full of your friends to prove it.
Memphis wasn't charged with the shooting?
No, sir. Don't feel too bad, boy. It has to be this way. The first war, it didn't change much for us. Boy, but this one, it's gonna change a lot of things. Them Nazis weren't all crazy. A whole lot of people just can't fit into where things need to be going. Like you, CJ. The black race can't afford you no more. There used to be a time when we see somebody like you singing, clowning, yes, a boss, and we wouldn't say anything. Folks like that, you weren't good. Only kind of nigga. They needed somebody to the streets. Call a name, they paraded you. Reminded them of the good old days. Cornbread bacon, green ham cooking, daddy outside kicking cotton, granddaddy sitting on the front porch smoking a pipe. The lady bitch is gone, boy. No more. The only thing that can move the race now is power. That's all the world respects. And people like you just make us seem all like fools. And we can't let nobody don't want to believe we all like you. You bring us down. Make people think the whole racism. I've waited a long time for you, boy. But I got you. And I try to get rid of you wherever I go. I put 2 geezers in jail at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, 3 at Fort Ranch, and now I got you. One less fool for the race to be ashamed of. And I'm gonna get that old boy car.
You?
Yes, sir.
Go on.
He didn't make sense, sir. I tried talking about the team, about the war, and nothing worked. Seems like he just lost it.
Then what happened?
The next day, CJ, he hung himself, sir. Suicide. Just couldn't stand it. And peace found him hanging from the balls.
What happened after that?
We lost our last game. We just stood. Did it for CJ. Captain, he was mad we didn't get to play the Yankees. Peterson was right. Someone needed to protest that man.
What did Waters do?
The commanding officer, he broke up the team, and we all got assigned to the smoke company. Waters, he started acting funny, stayed drunk, talked to himself all the time.
Did you think you were next?
I ain't sure I ever believed Waters said that, sir. CJ had to be out of his own mind, or when he killed himself. Sarge never came near me after CJ died.
What time did you get in the night Sergeant Waters was killed?
I'd say between 21:20 and 9:30, sir.
And you didn't go out again?
No, sir. Me and Henson sat listening to the radio until Lou Costello and the bot went off. Then I sat and played checkers with Wilkie for another hour. Then we all went to bed. Well, what it said, sir, it ain't bothering me.
Who were the last ones in that night?
Smalls and Pearson, sir. They had guard on me.
Thank you, Private. That'll be all for me.
You surprised me that one, Court. I just left Colonel Nevins. He's given you permission to question Bird? How'd you manage that?
I convinced him that it was in his best interest to do so.
Really? Did he tell you that I would assist you?
I especially told him I didn't want you.
And that's exactly why he sent me. He didn't want you to think you could get your way entirely. Now with him, Bert will not submit to it without a officer being present. That's how it is. But there's something else that would work. The Colonel Evans was talking about the discrepancies he and the others assigned. Something about their statements being right. He doesn't want Bert giving you the wrong impression. He never elaborated on the wrong impression. I want to be there.
So you're not on their side anymore. You're on my side now, right?
I want to kill my sergeant down for
bullshit! Yesterday you were there in the army and today we're allies? Besides, you don't get that much about your damn men anyways. I've been around you for a full day, and you haven't uttered anything that would show me that you had any more than a minor acquaintance toward us. Who the hell was it to you?
He was one of my men, on my roster. And man, these bars make me responsible for. And no, I know a hell of a lot about it. But he was one of my men I trusted with my life. And I want him to know he can trust me with his. Here and now. I have Bert in my office. Why didn't you tell Evans that you placed me under arrest?
I didn't find it necessary. What do you know about CJ Memphis?
He was a big man. More boy than man, though. He loved to play the guitar in the officers' club. There was something embarrassing about him. He committed suicide at the stockade. He was a pretty good center fielder.
Did you ever look into his arrest, the charges brought against him?
He admitted he might have struck waters. I questioned him. He didn't say much. I then questioned the men who were in charge of the whole thing. But before I could finish, he killed himself. Open and shut case.
I think Sergeant Waters tricked CJ into assaulting him.
Waters wasn't that kind of a man. Sure, he might have been devious, but we all know color officers aren't devious like that.
What do you mean we aren't devious?
You're not as devious as... What does that to do with this? This is Captain Davenport. You've been briefed by Colonel Nevis to give him your full cooperation.
They tell me you're a lawyer.
I'm not here to answer your questions, Lieutenant.
Captain, is he crazy?
By your orders.
Sir, I vigorously protest.
You will answer him the way he wants you to, Bird. Or have your button linked so tight you won't be able to pee, soldier.
When did you last see Sergeant Waters?
Nah, he was killed. But I didn't kill him. I should have blown his head off the way he spoke to me.
How did he speak to you?
He was very drunk. He said a lot of things he shouldn't have.
What exactly did he say?
Stupid things. I mean about white people, sir.
Go on.
He said he wasn't going to obey no white man's orders and that I was to blame for him being black, not being able to sleep or keep his food down. Now I didn't even know the guy. Never met him before that night.
Anything else?
He said he killed somebody.
Did he say a name or who?
No. Look, the goddamn Negro was disrespectful. He wouldn't salute or come to attention. And where I come from, color don't talk the way he spoke to me. Not to white people. They don't.
Is that why you killed him?
I killed nobody. I said where I come from. Didn't I? You be dead yourself where I come from.
But you hit him. Is that correct?
I knocked him down.
And when you went back to look, he was dead, right?
He was alive when I lost
You're
him.
a liar! You beat him one man that can do. Oh, like you killed Waters?
No!
Soldier!
You're trying to put it on me.
Answer his questions, Lieutenant.
You were coming off a Bolvik, is that correct?
Yes.
So you had weapons.
So what? I ain't fired.
So you turned him in immediately?
Yes. Colonel Nevins took our 45s to Major Hines. It was all kept quiet because the colonel wanted none of the colored boys to find out that anyone white from the fort was involved in any way. Ballistics cleared them.
That's shocking. Why wasn't I told?
The weapons had cleared. The colonel felt if he involved any longer, he'd take matter to Washington and there'd be a scandal about colored and white soldiers. As it turns out, he thinks he went to Washington anyway. I'd like to say, Captain, myself had anything whatsoever to do with Sergeant Waters' death. I swear to you, as an officer and as a gentleman, he was on the floor when I left him, but very much alive.
You're under arrest.
Of what charge?
Murder! You've got a motive.
Let them go. This is still my investigation. You're free to go.
Am I being charged?
Not by me.
I expected more of a white man from you, Captain.
Get out of here before I have you cashiered out of the army, Bird. What the hell's the matter with you? You could have charged him.
You think you would make up a story like that if you didn't have Hines and Nevis to back it up? He's got a report.
So what do you do now?
I finished my investigation.
He's lying, damn it.
I'm not satisfied yet, Captain.
I am.
Listen, I don't listen. I don't listen to you. I do what the facts tell me. Is that clear?
You know what a fact is, Davenport.
Ever since I got here, Taylor, you've been on me non-stop about honor.
Your water, sir?
What is it, Corporal?
It's for Captain Davenport.
What is it?
We found Pavloki, sir. We haven't located PFC Peterson yet. Seems him and Private Smalls were on details together, and neither one of them showed up. But I got a few men from the company looking for him around the SEO Club and in the PF, sir.
Where's Wilkie?
He's waiting for you in the barracks, Captain.
Thank you, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
Didn't you question Peterson and Wilkie yesterday? Davenport? Don't you ignore me!
Get off of my back! What I do in my investigation and how I do in my investigation is my business, understood?
You don't talk to me with that kind of contempt. I'm not some redneck cracker.
You don't let you get to the color boy either!
Indeed you aren't, Captain.
When'd you lose your stripes, Private?
About a couple months before orders was assigned to us.
Nervous, Wilkie?
I couldn't figure out why you called me back, sir.
You said Sergeant Waters busted you, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I thought you told me he was a nice guy, a good man.
Yes, sir.
Would a good man have busted his friend like that?
Nah, he's the one that got me busted and reported me to the captain.
Right, made you mad, didn't it?
Yeah. All the things I did for him.
Exactly. You managed his baseball team,
Exactly.
was the NCO of his company,
Exactly.
put a gun to the CJ's back. No, it was you that hit us all that night, wasn't it?
No,
Not even Waters himself knew the brackets that well. Only you knew them in the dark.
It was the Sarge, Captain. He told me to do it. He said I'd get my shites back. He wanted me to scare that boy CJ, but it backfired. CJ killed himself. And Sarge ain't figure on that.
Why'd he pick Memphis?
He despised it. He hid it because everybody in the company liked that boy so much. But deep down, he got cold every time he talked about it. And you can feel it.
He's the kind of boy she makes. Got everyone around the post thinking he's a strong black buck. Hits home runs, white boys envy his strength, speed, and the power in his strength. Then this color champion will let them same white boys call him Shine or Sam at the office club. They laugh at his blue songs and he just smiles. Can't talk, barely read or write his own name, don't care. Don't tell you that they like him, or that color folks ain't supposed to have but so much sense. Do you know the damage one ignorant Negro can do? It was in France during the First War. We had one decoration, and the white boys told the French gals that we had tails. So they found an ignorant colored soldier. They paid him to tie tails to his behind and parade around making monkey sounds. They sat him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. They put a reed in his hand, a crown on his head, a blanket over his shoulder, and made me bananas in front of the Frenchies. And oh, the white boys danced that night. They passed out leaflets with that boy Twitch on. They called him Moonshine, king of the monkeys. And when we said his name, you know that fool gonna ask us? What I did no wrong? My daddy used to say, we gotta turn our back on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, collard greens, and cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I do not intend to have our race be cheated out of this place of honor and respect because of fools like CJ. You watch everything he does. Everything.
And I watched him, sir. But Waters, he couldn't wait. It was always CJ this and CJ that and CJ that and all the time.
Why didn't he pick Peterson? They fought.
Yeah, they fought, but he liked Peterson. Peterson fought back. He always said he would make a fine soldier.
Private Wilkie, you're under arrest.
Did you hear, sir? Oh, they came down the fucking guy. We're sitting. They thought they were gonna let me go away.
Axis don't got a chance.
Sure. We'll win this one in 6 months now. After a 10 for taking
Them England girls. Ooh, what?
Come on, man, let's get in. Who made like so much smoke? And now she can never see a color soldier to the water.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. I was right when we get another bed so we can shoot the house.
Go on.
He ain't writing nothing. If the army served us discharge papers, he claimed he wrote that too.
You hear this fool, sir? Corporal, listen, escort Private Wilkie to the stockade.
Yes, sir.
For what? What did Wilkie? Sorry, sir.
Do either of you know where I can find Private Smalls and Peterson?
Your man got him in the stockade, sir.
When?
I was on my way over here. Saw two color MPs take him through the gate.
Turn up! As you were. Thank you. Oh, by the way, congratulations.
Look out, Hitler.
The niggas is coming to get your ass. Through the floor.
Why'd you go AWOL, soldier?
Private Anthony Small, sir.
At ease, answer my question.
I didn't go AWOL, sir. I got drunk in town and then went to sleep in a bus depot. It was the only public place I could find to sleep.
Where'd you get drunk? Where in town?
Jake's. Jake's and Lily's golden slipper on Melbourne.
Weren't you and Peterson supposed to be on detail? You gotta sit here and tell me that Peterson just let you walk off just like that?
No, sir. No, sir. Peterson, he warned me. Listen, Smalls, he said.
Smalls, you trying to make a fool out of me? Huh? Are you?
No, sir.
The two of you went AWOL together because you knew I'd find out, didn't you? That you found out? The two of you went AWOL?
Yes, sir. I can't sleep. I can't sleep.
Did you kill Sergeant Waters?
Peterson, sir. He did it. You know what? We were changing the guard.
Can't be trusted. No matter what we do. And there ain't no guarantees. And your mind won't let you forget it. No, no, no.
We were walking to the captain's office, and the sergeant, she was in the middle of the road. He was drunk and talking crazy.
Smalls. Look who's drunk on his ass, man.
I told Peterson to forget it.
No. I'm gonna enjoy this. This is the big bad Sergeant Waters down on his knees. No, sir, I'm gonna love this.
What's the matter, Sarge? Need some help?
That's the kind of help I'll give you. Huh? What's wrong, Sarge?
Need some more help, Sarge?
Need some more help, Sarge? You like that, Sarge? You like that, Sarge?
Peterson!
No! Smalls, some people, man. If this was in German, would you kill him? If it was Hitler or one of those damn Tojos, would you kill him?
There's a trick to it, Peterson. It's the only way you do it. CJ can never make it. He was a clown. I called him a black face, a nigga! It's CJ. CJ and his music. I did that to him, but it doesn't make a difference. They still hate you. They still hate you.
Justice, Smalls.
That isn't justice.
They still hate
To
you.
CJ, everybody.
Let's go.
You call that justice?
No, sir.
So why the hell didn't you do anything about it?
I'm scared of Peterson. Just scared of him. I told him let's go, but he wanted to drag the sergeant's body back into the woods. Said everybody would think the white people did it.
Then what happened?
I got sick, sir. Pete, well, he held me back into the barracks. Told me to keep quiet. Sorry, sir. Sir?
apprehended a week later in Alabama. One story called it just another black mess of cutting, slashing, and shooting. Another story called it the common troubles a sergeant has to face in a New York military unit. The case got a little attention, and I was rather randomly and unceremoniously ordered back to my MP unit once the investigation was done. Now I got 2 black officers dead and 2 on their way to prison. A dance called the CJ caught on in Giant Saloons in 1945. And for Vernon C. Waters, well, his family was told that he died in action. And now he is unofficially rumored to be the first colored casualty in the war. His picture is hung up in the wall of honor in Post BFW 978. And for the men of the 221st Chemical Smoke Generator Company, well, all enlisted men were wiped out in a roll, big, and rolled out. Captain?
I see you got your man down the board.
I did. What is it that you want?
You accept my saying that you did a splendid job.
I'll take the praise, but how did you manage it?
Give it that more. I thought it covered you making fun of. Anyway, we'll be shipping out for Europe tomorrow. The regiment, the ships, and...
You came to say goodbye, Captain?
I was wrong down board. The bars, the uniform. I just have to get used to it.
Oh, Captain, you will get used to it. I bet on that. You will get used to it.